Well, I finally met the Horseshoe Club folks. They were really nice. They wanted me to come play. They kept talking about playing. I said, well, I want to volunteer, I want to volunteer. But they have enough people mowing the lawn. And they were pretty excited to show me the game and talk to me. And it's nice, but I still feel a bit guilty if I plug in again and, for her to balance out her budget for electricity. But, I could give them money, but the thing is trading services is what I want to do. And, I said, well, I could paint. No, they don't want to do any of that stuff. So they actually want to remove some of the game sections that they don't use and just have regular grass, so it'll be easier to mow the lawn. They're pretty flexible, but anyways, she is going to refer me to a couple of other senior centers I haven't been because the Legion never follows up. The Legion's like that a little bit, it seems. Maybe if Victoria would have kept writing for that magazine and forced them to read it, they would have gotten a bit smarter. But anyways, here's my leftovers. So there's some peppers I had gotten from, I think, the Salvation Army. That's some white salty paste, or chicken sauce, some people call it, or mayonnaise at McDonald's, and leftover can of this tomato sauce from yesterday that I wanted to cook. Now, you can't trust people that think money are important. You can't trust people that detach from reality through the supernatural, right? But can you trust scientists? Well, scientists are often connected to those two other things, but even if they weren't, doesn't mean they have high levels of sentience and sapience. Remember, it's a species-wide disease. There's no exceptions. And I'm not saying I'm 100% immune to HSD, but I sure made a lot of progress compared to 99.99% of you, in part because I made choices, lived a life, and sought answers that helped me come up with this theory. So let's say this salty white paste at McDonald's, which can be something that astronauts bring in space for healthy nutrition, right? If the mission is important, the mission of their lives, your lives. So let's say a chemist did this for McDonald's, right? Or a group of chemists. They invent this sauce. It's addictive, and it's packaged in a small amount like this in these little wrappers. And sometimes they might even be McDonald's employees who or addicted to just opening them and eating them, and they all think it's funny when they do that. But it's salty, right? It's craving. So the chemist that did this, like a lot of people that, let's say, go up in elite status, either because of money or because of, what they can do that's rare, but that what they can do can either be used for good or evil, and this is an example of evil. But they think other people are so dumb that it justifies them, and they go up. So in a way, they don't have sentience because of this. Chemists would not have sentience. Geologists who said to the oil industry, hey, this is going to happen in a few decades there, so I don't know if you want to keep having kids and grandkids, but they kept doing it, and they kept silent, and they kept collecting the big bucks. And then with hypocrisy, when it's too late, when all the tipping points have passed, some of them might come out of the shadows, and they may or may not be assassinated depending on the paradigm at the time. Now, these people do not have sentience. They might appear to. They might appear to be so nice at church, and because the way they're dressed and how they make boring jokes that everybody think is funny. Or the geologist that has been so much more part of the problem, they'd have to live 300 years just to redeem themselves, and it's not going to happen because of the problem they helped create. Like, I don't know how you would justify that they would have sentience. Now, do they have sapience? Because let's say they're more intelligent, let's say to explain what's going to happen to the biosphere. No, because sapience requires long-term thinking for their offspring, let's say, and they don't have that. They had the ka-ching, thinking ka-ching can somehow protect their family or their descendants.
their bloodlines. So in a way, we can't even follow the basic intelligence programming that other species have to protect their genetic bloodline. We've lost this. Even people that think, they're kings or whatever, and they think they're doing this. No, they're running a country, or they understand so little about the world that they are failing without even knowing at maintaining their bloodline. And this is the species that I belong to. And there's nothing wrong with the concept of science. It's always been bad that the people primates have never looked at themselves first before, advancing any of these sciences. So in a way, because of HSD, science has become a destructive tool as much as religion or cults of money.